Hello everybody, my name is Shell and welcome to Cretaceous Craft. This is my brand new modded survival series and I am so excited. I can't even explain to you guys just how excited I am for this. So to explain, this is a series based around the mod Fossils and Archaeology, which is a mod that allows you to dig up fossils, extract DNA, and bring dinosaurs back to life. And just to add a little bit more interest onto this, I've also got the Terralith mod, which just makes the vanilla world look that bit more exciting. It doesn't add any extra blocks, it just kind of spices up the vanilla experience and world generation using only blocks that are already in the game. And you can see a bit of this with this structure that I actually spawned in. Which doesn't seem to have... Oh, that's a nice decoration. It doesn't seem to have anything other than this pot, but it's still like a nice little... I don't know, it feels very welcoming. But anyway, let's get on with this. And like any other survival series, we've of course got to... I think I see a village over there. We've of course got to start off with getting some wood and getting some basic tools. So yeah, let's just get ourselves some basic stuff right now. We'll just go for a wooden pickaxe. As you can see, I mean, we're already getting some of the new stuff in the fossils and archaeology that we're able to craft, but I don't actually want to do too much with them yet. I want to save them for at least a little later in the episode. So we're just going to grab the basic vanilla Minecraft stuff right now. And we'll get into a bit more of the modded stuff later. But anyway, I am very excited going into this series. And I don't want to give too much away. But my main plan for this series is because we're able to get dinosaurs, bring them back to life. I really want to open up my own zoo, theme park-esque. Basically, I want to open up my own Jurassic Park. Because for those of you who don't know, Jurassic Park is one of my favorite movies of all time. And this is actually one of my favorite mods of all time. I've been watching this since, at least since I was 10. I've watched people play this and absolutely loved it. And I wanted to start up a series like this kind of since the start of my channel, but I kept getting distracted. But we're finally starting it up today, and I am just so super excited. Okay, so if we climb up this mountain, hopefully we can find some stuff in this village. Realistically, I guess all I particularly am that interested in taking is probably a bed, which we should almost definitely be able to find. Ooh, I will take the bread, though. That is certainly something that I would enjoy. And there's some more bread, and we got ourselves a bed. Two things that rhyme. And I just bumped my head on that thing. Oh my God, we've run into a ruined portal as well. This is actually going pretty good as far as starts go. And we got ourselves some emeralds. And I'm actually going to take these pumpkin seeds. Never know when some pumpkins could come in handy. Couple more. Yeah, I think we're off to a nice little start here. And that's going to become even better when we get the greatest things ever in this chest. Actually, that's not bad at all. You know what? I will take that, and I'll take the feather falling. And with the iron nuggets we just got, we can actually make ourselves an iron pickaxe just like that. And I'm not even 10 minutes into recording, and we're already off to a pretty amazing start. But I think if we want to go a little better, we're going to need to gather some more of this beautiful iron. So we're going to need to look for a cave. Aha! This is a cave. And we can start getting stuff from it. So you might see as well, when I'm in the caves, I keep walking past these. Now, this is a special ore that is related to fossils and archaeology. And we will be getting into that stuff later on. But right now, I just want to focus on the vanilla stuff. At least until we can get properly set up. But yeah, don't... just in case you're wondering why I ignore it. And if you're confusing it for iron at all, it's not. But there's no iron in this cave anyway. So we're going to find a better one. Aha. This might be what we're looking for. Let's get some torches. And see if we can find any iron. And don't worry if you're getting confused by those ores, because I am as well. But let's try and find ourselves a little bit of iron. No, please leave me alone. Oh my god, so many scary monsters. Well, I have done a little bit of caving and a little bit of exploring, and I've managed to get a nice 38 iron, which I think is a nice little amount. And I've just come across this tent over here, which, if my memory serves correctly, this is a bit of a paleontology dig site. You know what? It seems to be. They seem to have set themselves up in a good place, you know. Got some nice stuff around here. Got some caves. And I honestly think this might actually be a great spot for us to start setting up as well. Now, maybe somewhere just around here, maybe around this little hill or whatever. We got some nice little stuff around. We got quite a bit of plains. We got some cherry blossom up there, which looks really cool. But honestly, these guys might have found the perfect area to set up this paleontology operation. So I'm just gonna set up some base stuff here now so I can get some of my iron smelting. And I'm just gonna make a little chest so we can store some stuff. And we can start crafting ourselves up some lovely, beautiful iron armor. And that way we actually have a little bit of armor. And I want to speak to this guy over here because we have an archaeologist who, it seems, we can buy some stuff with the emeralds we got from the village. We've got our own archaeology workbench and a relic scrap. If we now mine one of these new ores, we can get stuff like bones and plant fossils. But what we're really looking for is biofossils. Now, with this iron and the power of this relic scrap and a fossil, we can get an analyzer, which is going to be one of the biggest things that we're going to be needing in this mod. And that's going to come in super useful down the line. So now we've picked out a little area that we're going to get set up. I do want to try and get a little bit of a base built in this episode. But before I can think about doing that, I think we maybe need to go and do a little bit of mining. Because currently I have 9 iron. I'd like to maybe get some diamonds, get some stuff to be able to get a bit more food. And hopefully get a couple things to be able to start trying out some of this new stuff, which I am very, very excited to get into. Okay, this looks like it could be a pretty nice cave, hopefully. Looks like there might be stuff down there. Just got to try and make our way down. And there we go. We've got some biofossil from that. There's some more over here. Skeleton in the way. Right. Let's see what we can get from these fossils. Another bone. More bones. We're going to get a lot of bones from these, I feel like. What's that? A Kalenkin arm bone. Okay. So we're getting our first actual fossil there, which is a little exciting. Oh, just got to try not to die. And we're going to go around collecting some more of these fossils, as well as some iron. And what? I know this maybe seems a little planned. I've just accidentally stumbled across the stronghold. That's insane. I genuinely did not plan this. But I will just take a little peek, see if there are any good enchanted books in this library. Oh, there's the chest. And I mean, I'll take that, as well as taking some of these books, because I might want them in the future. And we are going to get our butts out of here, because other than that, I don't think there should be anything that we want, at least right now. Although I might, to be fair, I might just mine a couple of these bookshelves, grab some books, because that's going to make enchanting super easy to do. When we get around to doing that, because we will have all of the books ready and at our disposal. But we need to get back to getting as many fossils and as much iron as we can. Oh, this is exciting. 2 new things. We've got a Compsognathus arm bone, which is exciting, as well as a skull block, which is pretty cool. And I'm already sort of realizing how much of a pain inventory management is going to be for these. Although it seems we seem to be mostly getting bones at the moment. Ooh, a plant fossil. We will take that. Ooh, is that a tailbone or something? A Spinosaurus tailbone? That is insane. We are not going to be playing around with the Spinosaurus in episode 1. But I think let's just grab these last couple fossils, and then we'll head home and take a look at what we've got. Okay, we are back home. And now we need to figure out how this works. So I believe, is that right? Yeah, I just put in all of the fossil stuff that I found into the analyzer. So we got a bunch of kind of regular fossils, and we got a couple of specialized fossils. We got some plant fossils and some relic scraps. I'm going to take out the sand because, you know, that's not that great. We're not going to get great stuff every time, but there is a chance, at least, that we can get something a little more interesting than sand or bone meal. Okay, hopefully a couple more things should have cooked up. And we've got some sand that we can get rid of and some bone meal. But look at this. We have our first bit of Dino DNA. We have here a Pachyrhinosaurus DNA and a Mosasaurus DNA, which are both pretty exciting. And we're still going. We got Nautilus DNA, Psittacosaurus DNA. Oh, this is where the mod is going to start getting fun, is once we get into all of the dinosaur and fossil related stuff. Okay. Ooh, we've got a petrified Sigillaria sapling. So that is hopefully going to be able to get us some cool new trees. Okay, so after a little bit of using our analyzer, we now have a couple pieces of DNA that we can do some exciting stuff with later. But I also got a sifter, which is just going to allow us to sift through some stuff like gravel and sand. And I'm not actually sure what range of things we can get from it, but it looks like we're able to get stuff like beetroot seeds. But that does actually bring me on to my next thing, which is the fact that I currently don't really have a food source. So I want to set up just a simple wheat farm somewhere. Doesn't need to be anything too fancy, because we'll probably get rid of it in the future. And we can chuck some of these seeds down and be able to start growing up some food. Oh, and I've just come back and we've got an Ankylosaurus DNA, which is particularly exciting. And we're getting a little bit of food from doing some of this sifting. So it might actually be a little bit of a useful thing to do. So now we need the next piece of machinery in the puzzle that is going to turn these DNA into something that we hopefully will be able to use. But in order to make that, at least from what I remember, we are gonna need to get some cactus. Because in order to make it, we're gonna require some green dye. I believe, again, this is just me going off of memory. Realistically, I should probably search some of this stuff up. But I kind of don't want to. I kind of, at least for this first episode, I'm finding it more fun to just kind of figure out my way through this. But I'm hoping that heading to this savannah will hopefully be able to bring me a bit closer to a desert. I have just found this little settlement that seems to be part of the Terralith world generation. And oh my gosh, that's a big town. I mean, in a situation like this, you cannot pass up going to take a look at what is going on here. I mean, look at this place. Is that a graveyard? And who knows? Maybe there's someone that lives here that has a cactus. Oh my gosh. This is there's a crypt. Maybe we shouldn't do any grave robbing here. We don't know what could come back to haunt us. Oh my gosh, this is an this is an insane village. What the? Oh my god, I forgot we've got bundles. So this is actually in a slightly earlier version of Minecraft. So I wasn't sure whether or not I'd actually have access to bundles, but it appears that I do, which is very nice. But honestly, Terralith is like such a crazy mod, and it adds just so much life around to the world. And even more opportunities to get bread. And a bucket of I'm taking that. I'm stealing that. I don't care if that's maybe someone's pet. It's my pet now. My axolotl now. Oh my gosh, that's some bread and steak. Oh my gosh, wow. We're going to be set for food for a little bit. And there's another blacksmith in this same village. You're not old enough to be a blacksmith. Hopefully, there's not going to be anything evil in here. Oh, wow, this is insane. Oh, diamonds! No way! I got diamonds. And all I had to do was steal from a castle. I'm taking this anvil as well. And we're going to stop getting sidetracked. Other than getting sidetracked by this. Because we can get ourselves a little crossbow. But we're going to try and get back to finding a desert. And who knows, maybe we'll even come across some more cool structures along the way. I'm finding dead bushes, which feels like we should be heading the right way. towards a desert. What is... Is this, like, dead land? Maybe this is the right... There's sand over there. Is that a beach or a desert? Only time will tell, although I do see ocean there. So it might be a beach. Oh my... Is this a mushroom cave? Guys, this series is supposed to be focused on fossils and archaeology. I can't be getting sidetracked on this other mod like this. What is this biome? Oh my gosh. And we found a statue, maybe? Which mod is this from? This looks like it's from Fossils and Archaeology, actually. Are you a fossil, sir? Is there anything in your chest? No? Okay, I'll just leave you be. This is why I don't typically do modded. Mods add so many things, and I get distracted very, very easily. I mean, we've even got a shipwreck that seems to be buried under sand. And I don't have a shovel to clear this out. Can I just get in like this? Oh, we landed right on a chest. I guess we're going to have to crawl around this shipwreck. Honestly, I could spend hours guffawing about all the cool things in these mods. Right now, we have a focus. We need to find some cactus. Or, I guess, green dye would work as well. But, most likely cactus. And so far, we have found 0. Big, fat zilch. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that's it. I see cactus. Finally. I've been traveling for so long. I finally found cactus. Cactus. Oh, what's that? Whoa, what is that? No, wait, no. Let's stay focused. Let's stay focused. Ooh, that is cool. No, Shell. Focus. I need to stay focused. Task at hand. I need to get some cactus. And we finally found some. It's so beautiful. I could just kiss it. Ow! Ow. Okay, maybe got a little excited there. Aha. Yeah, slight issue. This place looks to be a little guarded by pillagers. However, I am Shell, the brave, and nothing and no one can scare me or stop me or do any harm to... Whoa! Oh my gosh, leave me alone, please. Leave me alone. No, run, run. Run away. Oh, there's so many. There's a barrel. I want to see what's in the barrel. A horn. I need the horn. It's more important than living. Block it off. Block it off behind me. There's more chests. With another horn. Seek is better than feel, I think. Seek's the one I think it is. Yeah, Seek's definitely better. Oh my gosh. What about if we go up here? Whoa. I know I keep saying it, but I am just so impressed by everything I find in this mod. Well, now we just need to... Why is that not working? Oh, it's working! It's working! Run! Get out of here! No, they're chasing me! Oh, gosh! We need to run! Oh, God. Okay. I think I've lost them. I don't think they're chasing me anymore. And... Oh. Look at that. I've managed to run all the way back home. And I can chuck... I'm going to keep half of the cactus, actually. So that if I need any more, we don't need to go halfway across the world to get some. I mean, we have got quite a nice bunch of stuff from that trip. I think we've come back with some very good stuff. But now perhaps with the green dye, and we still haven't unlocked the crafting recipe. That's fine. That's fine, guys. I'm okay. I'm not worrying. Okay, and now the glass smelted. Got some of the other stuff in our inventory. Is there any sign of the new machine? There's not. Okay, I'm giving in, guys. So apparently, we didn't actually need any green dye. That might have been my mistake, and that might have meant that we just kind of went on that whole big journey for nothing. I'm fine. I'm fine. I don't care, guys. I don't care. It's just a game. Okay, so I am gonna go and find some slime, and we're gonna do a little bit of magic where I spin around really quick. Whoa! What a crazy transition that was. I'm sure that was edited so well. But we managed to get 3 slime balls. Honestly, it took quite a while. It was a little bit of a pain, but we've got it now, and we can make this cultivator. Now, please say that the recipe shows up. It does not. That's fine. I think I remember it. So I believe that it's just that. It isn't just that. Okay, so I believe that the recipe is just like this. Just like that, we have our culture vat. Now, this is incredibly exciting, and I've got to try and remember how this works. So I don't know what you need to power it. It's clear that you need something. Will bone? Nope. Will relic scraps? Nope. Maybe some biofossils. Nope. Okay, well, anyway, let's pick out one of these. Let's do the Mosasaurus DNA. Okay, so apparently to fuel it, we need biogoo. There's a lot of steps to this, okay? But hopefully, once we get it working, it's gonna be amazing. And I need an egg as well from a chicken. So there we go. Perfect. There's one on the floor. And then we just craft them all together like so. And we get, I don't know why the recipes unlock after we make them. That's a pain, but there we go. The biogoo has gone in. Is it doing anything? I think so. It looks like it's doing something. Okay, and now we can wait while that loads. And hopefully, if everything goes well, this DNA is going to turn into something. We're getting close. Like, I know that stuff can go wrong in this, but I mean, this first try, hopefully, seems to be going well. We're getting very close. I'm nervous. Guys, we might be about to get our first, I was going to say dinosaur, animal. Mosasaurus is not a dinosaur. It's close. It's close to a dinosaur. And we're not going to be doing anything with it yet because we really don't have the stuff to house a monster. I don't even have a house myself. We can't house an animal. But oh, we're so close. We're so close. Come on, I believe. Little guy in there. Oh, we did it. We've got a Mosasaurus sack, which is gonna give us the ability to bring a Mosasaurus into the world. And like I say, we're not doing it yet because that's a little scary. But we can hopefully throw in a couple more bits of DNA and try and turn them into eggs as well. And while that is going, I've actually got a couple diamonds. What I really want to do is make myself an enchanting table. Because we have the stuff to be able to do that. And I want to get working on my base at some point, hopefully soon. But in order to do that, I'm going to need to gather resources. And I can't really do that with my boring old iron tools. Or at least not in the state that they're in. So I kind of want to be able to do a little bit of enchanting. Hopefully, I mean, we might not be able to get like perfect stuff, but hopefully we can just get a couple upgrades to our tools, and it's going to make it a lot easier to gather the materials that we need. I just need to find some obsidian. Bam! And just like that, we've got an enchanting table. And I made it out the mines alive somehow. There was a lot of close calls. My shield broke. But we got some good stuff. We got a couple more diamonds. And I also got a couple more fossils, as well as some shale fossils, which I assume are just kind of the same as biofossils. Maybe they give like a higher chance of giving DNA. I don't know. I'm not the expert, guys. Don't quote me on anything. And we've come back and we've got an Ankylosaurus egg, which is very exciting. Now I want to try and do something with this sapling. So let's make some bio goo. And so we stick this goo in here. We might be able to get a sapling. But with that, before we can actually get on with doing much, I really, really need a house, or at least a base. And in order to build that, I need to gather materials. So I'm going to get to work on that. And you guys are going to get a little material gathering montage. But just before we do that, I want to see what tree we get from this sapling. Oh my gosh, that's very green and very tall. Okay, that's kind of cool. Anyway, let's get started on the montage in 3, 2. Whoa, I bet I caught you off guard there. You didn't think it was going to start right then while I was still counting. But anyway, the first thing I did was gather a whole bunch of spruce wood. And I've actually, for this material gathering montage, I've actually had to relearn how to use replay because flashback isn't updated for that version of Minecraft. And that means that I lost another thing where I gathered a whole bunch of mud. So I did do that, but I couldn't actually put that in here. But anyway, I traveled really far and found this really cool biome that had calcite all over the floor because we need to gather a whole load of calcite for this build. And the biome was just really nice. Then I planted a whole bunch of bamboo that we were going to need for bamboo blocks. And then I went to a desert, which was also super far away, and gathered a whole bunch of sandstone. We needed so much sandstone for this build. And to make it even worse, we actually needed smooth sandstone, so I had to gather a load of coal as well, and then smelt all the sandstone up. And finally, I went to a diorite cave and gathered all of this diorite, which also took a while to find, because it appears that diorite is pretty rare with Terralith, so you have to find like specific diorite caves to get diorite. But then once you find them, it makes it a whole lot easier, and we can gather all the materials and get ready for our build. So after a whole load of work, I've done a bunch of material gathering, as you can see in these chests here, and there's still a couple things going. We've got some bamboo growing, but we've got most of the things that we're going to need. And you guys know that I hate to do back-to-back time lapses, but I think just this once, I don't know what else we've got to do other than start building this. So I'm going to start building up our main base for this world. And as I'm starting a zoo, we of course can't just build any regular boring base. We need to build something that actually starts contributing to the dinosaur zoo that we're going to make. And so I'm going to make our very own visitor center. So let's get building right now. And just like that, we have our beautiful visitor center built up just like so. And yes, I am aware it is floating. We'll do something about that at some point, but not right now. And in terms of the interior, well, we're also lacking a little bit on the inside. But we now have an area that we can start building up. We can start decorating and turning this into an amazing visitor center. I'm sorry, just a quick interruption here from Future Shell, because while editing, I realized I just didn't show this off much at all. So we're going to have a look in free cam. But honestly, overall, I'm super duper happy with how this has turned out. We've got like a bunch of different sort of shapes in there. I really like this curved look at the front. And then that kind of repeats at the back, other than for this semicircle that sticks out in the middle. And it all backs onto this big lake we have here. And that's for in case we want a water feature in the future, which I'll give you guys a little insight. That's definitely my plans, at least at the moment. But yeah, this turned out really great. I'm really happy with it. And it was kind of half inspired. It was kind of half inspired by the Jurassic Park Visitor Center, and also half inspired by this concept art that I found on Pinterest. And I kind of, both of them just really inspired me. And so, yeah, I ended up with this building, and I'm so happy with how it's turned out. Now, back to past Shell, but I think now it's the time to lean into the stuff that everybody, including me, is waiting for. And that is getting some dinosaurs. And so I've been thinking to myself about what would be a good starting point. I want to pick something that's not too much work, that's not too big, and we can kind of have and move when we need to. It's more just going to live in a temporary spot for now. And I actually ended up landing on the Triceratops, which we do have DNA for, and it's currently cooking up in the culture vat. Hopefully that goes correct. I've also just been chucking in more biofossils that I've been getting. As you can see, I have a whole collection of amazing DNA here. We've got some of, like, seriously, some of my favorite dinosaurs and prehistoric creatures. We've got Spinosaurus, we've got Therizinosaurus, we've got Allosaurus, we've got Deinonychus. We've also got, like, dolphins and bats and cats and pandas, which I didn't particularly know was a feature of this. But that's interesting. And we've also just got a couple of other different prehistoric creatures as well. But it looks like our culture vat has been successful, and we now have a Triceratops egg. And so I think for now, we're just going to use a little iron bar cage. Because, guys, I want to get into doing some of the stuff with dinosaurs. We can't just build all day, every day, as much as I'd love to. And like I say, this is going to be nothing fancy. All it is just a little area to contain this for now. Probably build something else later on in the series. But for right now, I just want to get my first little guy. So I'm just building up a little 3-block high wall. And I'll be completely honest, I've not done a lot of research into what we necessarily need to contain one of these guys. I'm just kind of hoping that what I'm going for is correct. And so we're going to add some cobblestone around here and an iron door. The only thing I do know going into this is that some dinosaurs are able to break blocks, which is why I'm specifically really wanting to surround this with these iron bars. So hopefully nothing gets broken. And the other thing that I do know is that we're going to want a feeder in here, which we're just going to place here. And basically, we can fill that with different stuff. So, for example, you know, we can put stuff in for plant eaters, we can put stuff in for meat eaters, and we can put stuff in for fish eaters. And now comes the part that I am incredibly nervous for. The egg. It's down. We have an egg. And I believe... Yep, just like that, we can click on it, we can look at its hatch progress and its status, and we can see their Triceratops egg. And I'm so nervous. It's getting late. I'm going to go grab another bed, because I do not want to be dealing with mobs. And now we're going to come in here. Oh my gosh. Oh, we're already a quarter of the way. This is crazy. I'm going to be a mother to a Triceratops. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let me take out these raised bars. And I also grabbed some wheat, which we're going to chuck in here. As you can see, that's filling that up a decent bit. So hopefully we're going to be able to keep our dinosaur fed. Oh, we're getting so close now. Oh my god. I'm so nervous. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Is this what it feels like to have kids? Oh, okay. Calm down. Breathe. In. It's wobbling. Why is it wobbling? Oh my gosh. It's so close. Come on. You've got this. I believe in you. Come on. Oh my gosh. We got a tiny little guy. Look how small it is. Oh my gosh. Let's take a look at this. Age 0, of course. Health, hunger, herbivore, timid. It is female owner me, which that's cool. Mob is active during the day. Oh, this is very cool. And apparently it's got a high mood. It's a happy guy. Or happy girl, I guess. Oh my gosh. Hello. Look at this thing. Oh my gosh, this is insane. Wow, that is adorable. If you guys have any name suggestions, then definitely leave some in the comments. I do want to give all of our little guys, or, you know, I guess soon to be big guys, I want to give them all names. I did see, if we look at the Dinopedia, it says order item stick. So I want to try, where is it? There you are. Can I like, oh my god, wait, I can like control it with the stick. Wandering? I don't know what I'm doing here, guys. Do something. Move. Move. Go over here. It keeps saying that it's wandering, but then it's very much just sat incredibly still. Keep saying you're wandering, but you're very much not doing so. Okay, buddy, I'm just gonna leave you in there. Feel free to move. You're allowed to walk around if you want. I don't know what is happening here. Well, turns out I was just being stupid. In future reference, everybody, if ever you have a mod that's not working for some reason, make sure you've got it updated, because I just didn't have my mod updated. And now I believe, there we go, look, I can command it to stay. I can command it to follow. Oh my gosh. And I can command it to wander. Oh, that is so cool. And it actually works. I was just being a little bit stupid. But now we have this adorable little thing. And I am so excited and so happy. And I can't wait until we're able to get some more. That is going to be just so much fun. So now we have a new little buddy, and with the episode getting near to finishing, I do want to do one last thing before we end out for today. I want to go to the Nether. If we want to actually progress much more, then we are going to need to do a little bit of Nether exploration and gathering of items. Especially if I want to be able to upgrade my tools and armor, which I definitely do, because that will help us a lot in preparing ourselves for even more building and getting even more adorable little dinosaurs. And I'm very nervous. To my knowledge, actually, I was going to say, to my knowledge, nothing in the Nether should have changed, but I'm actually not sure if Terralith affects the Nether. And the sun setting, I hope that's not a bad omen or a sign that the sun is about to set on me and I'm gonna die. But hopefully all is gonna be well. And guys, you've got to listen to me. I know I mined into the stronghold earlier this episode, and now I've just got into the Nether and it's placed me in the fortress. I promise this is not planned. I did not pick out this seed ahead of time or anything like that. This is like literally insane, guys. I wish I could like actually prove to you that this is unscripted and everything. It is, I promise, it is unscripted. But you know, maybe we're talking about signs and omens. Maybe this is just a sign of how amazing this series is gonna go. Although we are gonna die a little. Oh, and my respawn point's gone because I had to set it for the... Oh, gosh. Okay. I've got to make my way back to my base. Oh, give me my stuff back. Give me my stuff. Oh god, I got no blocks. No. Not again. Oh, let me go. Some blocks. Oh, there's even more blazes there now. Oh gosh. I have a little worry. Some stuff may have dropped off the edge. Oh yeah, I can see a couple of my things have dropped down below. Nice, I do have a pickaxe. Oh! Okay, that was not intended. Oh my gosh, why is there a blaze down here? What? Oh my gosh. Gotta be incredibly careful and run back to it and hope that nothing kills us on our way. Go, go, go. Oh, that was easier than I expected. But anyway, sadly, that is all we have time for in today's episode. I really, really hope you guys have enjoyed this. I've enjoyed it so, so much. And if you have, then please do leave a like so I can know that you've enjoyed it and know that you guys want me to carry on with this series. I would definitely like to do it because I've had so much fun and I would love to see this park grow even more. And if you don't want to miss that, then make sure to subscribe and leave a comment down below letting me know what you think of the video, what you thought of our beautiful visitor center, what dinosaurs you might like to see, and any name suggestions you have for our Triceratops. This has really been just so, so much fun, and I've actually put a lot of work into this first episode. We are currently on day 66 of this world. I've been putting in a lot of work into, you know, doing all this and gathering the materials and just making sure that this first video turned out cool. And if you guys enjoyed it, then I would certainly love to spend a lot more time on this world. But anyway, I've been Shell, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye, everybody.